Hi everyone! Happy Thursday! First of all, I want to say thank you so much to those of you who saw my music video Try and encouraged me to do that song. If you haven't seen it, please check out my newest video. I covered Try by Colby Calais and it was at your request and I fell in love with the song. It's such an amazing message and I was so happy to share it with you all. So thank you for your lovely comments and just so much love. It's been really wonderful the last week, so I appreciate it so much. You know, part of the reason why I showed kind of my daily life in that music video is I really felt like the message of the video, of course it's a really positive body image. I love the video that Colby Calais did with women shedding their makeup and it's so neat. If you haven't seen it, you have to check out her version too. I wanted to do something different with it, so I just thought, you know who doesn't care what I look like? My son. You know, sometimes when I get up in the morning and it's just like I'm completely disheveled and I feel like, oh, I need to get ready and take a shower, put on makeup, then I think twice, well, what's the reason? I'm just going to be spending the day with Ashland. And so it was really fun to kind of show you just a day in the life, and with your kiddo you really don't have to try too hard. It just comes naturally. So I just wanted to give you all a little glimpse into my life, and that's what I was thinking when I decided to film that part of my day. What you didn't see in the video is that Peter is around too, and a very helpful daddy. He's working, but he works at home, and so there's definitely many times in the day when if Ashland's fussy or if I need to go out and grab something at the store, or you know, Peter's right there and a really willing and able dad, which is so awesome. What I'm having a hard time with now is my time management, I feel like. When I'm at home with Ashland, I want to be with him and engaging with him 100% of the time. But there are some days when I'm so busy and if it's just he and I don't have any help, you know, I need to get some editing done or I need to do some laundry. So today I did some laundry and I propped him up on the washer in his little bumbo chair, and that was fine for a while, and then I usually just try to narrate what I'm doing, or sometimes if I'm cooking dinner, which isn't always very frequent, but when I do cook, I'll put him up in the bumbo on the counter, or I'll put him down in his monkey so he can watch what mom's doing, and then I kind of narrate and tell him what I'm up to. And he seems pretty engaged, but for the most part, you know, I want to be able to play with him and enjoy every minute of him. I'm really trying to soak this in. But I'm just trying to find that balance. It feels like the laundry's never done, the house is never clean. I just feel like there's so much to get done, and then just trying to put out a weekly video. There's just a load of things and I need to learn how to balance it all. And really the fact of the matter is I have a lot of help. I have a friend of ours who comes in and watches him twice a week. Then my parents also watch him. So you know, really whenever I need the help. So I feel very, very lucky for that and blessed, but I feel like sometimes I'll have someone here for 5 hours. It's like the time flies by. So I'm really trying to figure out how to manage my time. But what I'm kind of worried about is, you know, it's only going to get harder because Ashland's going to start moving more and crawling, and then he can just hang out on the counter in his little chair where he can't move while I'm cooking. So it's going to be tricky, and I just feel like I need to get organized now because it's just gonna get harder, but better, but harder. And then of course you saw the title of the vlog, and I don't have any tips about sleeping through the night. I just wanted to brag about it, I guess. My child is sleeping 12 hours at night. We don't know how this happened. It just kind of slowly began at 6 hours, then 7 hours, then 8 hours for a while, and we thought that was incredible and that was it. And then it bumped up to 10. And then he's consistently been sleeping 11 and 12 hours a night, and it's crazy. He slept 12 hours the other night. He went down at 5:30 and he woke up at 5. I put him back to bed after nursing and he slept till 7:30. So I'm thinking, this child is sleeping 14 hours. Is he growing like an inch every hour? I think he's in a growth spurt because he's just eating, sleeping, like a madman. And we feel very, very lucky. We're definitely knocking on wood because we feel like this is probably short-lived, but we're enjoying it while we can. I just don't know what's gonna happen next. I feel like every stage is new and amazing. And well, what's next I think is teething, because that has begun and he is not a happy child when that happens. For the most part, he's a pretty chill baby, pretty happy and cheerful most of the time. So it's very clear when he's mad, and it's really obvious too when he's teething because he's shoving his fist in his mouth and even grabbing his ears and rubbing his eyes, and I heard that's a sign of teething. They don't really know where the pain is, so they're feeling everything. We've given him some celery. Raw celery we heard works really well for numbing. So we have a little net that you stick the celery in and he chews on that, and it seems to work okay, but you know, when he's really mad, it's like nothing really helps. Nursing usually comforts him, but it's hard. honestly, it's kind of the most terrible thing when your child is just crying and crying and you really can't comfort them. It does make me cry a little bit sometimes just because he's so upset and I feel so helpless. And sometimes I'm worried that it was something I ate or something. It's just hard when your child is crying and you don't know how to fix the problem, but that is life. So one other pretty big milestone, I guess you could call it, is that we spent our first night away from Ashland, which was really hard at first, and then it got better. Peter and I went away for our 7-year anniversary this weekend. We actually always go to the same place for our anniversary. It's the most romantic little cabin right along the river. The water's flowing right under your deck. It's so beautiful. Last year, when we were there for our anniversary, I was 6 weeks pregnant. We actually remember saying last year, next year we'll be here with our baby, and it was just amazing to bring him and share that time with him. So we went for 3 nights, and Ashland came for the first 2 nights. And we had an awesome 2 days. We went hiking, we took him to a couple falls, and it was just so beautiful out there, and it was so fun to share that space with him because we've been there for so many years, just the 2 of us. And then my parents drove out the 3rd day and picked him up about 4 o'clock, and that was really hard. I really didn't want him to go, and you know, Peter was there and supportive, and we just got through it. I cried a little bit, and my mom said, just wait till he goes to preschool, and I don't even want to think about that. But I knew he was in good hands. They gave updates like every hour with pictures, and you know, once he went to bed by 8 o'clock, I felt at ease, and I felt like he doesn't really know what's going on, and I don't even know if he knows exactly who we are yet. So as long as someone's feeding him and taking care of him and playing with him and putting him to bed, he's pretty much set. I woke right up and we called my parents and checked in, and he had just woken up at 7 o'clock, so they got a full night with him, which was so awesome, and he did great. When we showed up a couple hours later, he didn't even seem to care when he saw Mom. He smiled big at Dad. He loves his daddy. I know he loves his mom too, but I've heard that they don't really recognize you until 7 months, but I don't really know. I think obviously he knows his mom and he knows his dad by our voice, but he was so content with Grandma and Grandpa, so it made me feel really good, and we've done it, so it feels good to know that, you know, we could do a night away. My parents loved having him, so we should take advantage probably of that, although we don't have any trips coming up, so I don't know if that'll happen anytime soon again, but we did it, and it was really nice to have a night to ourselves. We had a nice anniversary dinner out at the river and just had a lovely time. Well, thanks again for watching, you guys. I know this wasn't very interesting this week, but I did just want to kind of chat with you and let you know what was on my mind. And if you haven't seen my newest video, please check it out right here. I covered Try by Colby Calais and just really love doing that song. Peter and I will be doing a duet coming up. I think you're gonna really like it. Lots of good things coming up, and we actually took Ashland to the beach for the first time, so that vlog will be coming out soon too. So just stick around and please subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Thank you so much for your support and for watching and listening and sharing and liking, and I will see you all next Thursday. Alright, take care everybody. Bye.